Let me take off my mask. Whew. I'm very happy to be here this morning. I hope you're all doing good. My name is Joseph Ramono, and this morning I will be sharing a topic that kind of describe my thought process, that describe how I think as a person. And I like to start off by saying, do any of us have flowers at home? Or we've went to an occasion and we see some flower that look so good and we just feel like taking them home, right? Yes, I do have I think someone called me. I'll be back. I heard my name. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Is this part of the speech? I think it is.
It has to be. It makes sense otherwise.
There we go.
That's
Only me, right?
That's definitely recording.
Yeah. So yeah, I have. This is my flower. I brought it with me. So flowers are humans, as you can hear. The flower called me before I started the presentation. It was like, Joseph, don't forget me. I'm right there. Come pick me up. So there we go. So this is flowers, right? And I just said they are human. You're probably wondering, what is this dude talking about? How is flower human? Can they speak? No. Can they breathe like us? Can they eat? How do they eat? So how is flower human? Well, yes, flowers are human. And my purpose here is to inform you that flowers, they are human. They exhibit the life process in which we human beings exhibit. I'm talking about our birth process, our birth stage, the growth stage, how we grow up to become who we are and how we continue to grow. Because currently we are all in the growth stage right now. And they also exhibit the last stage of human life cycle, which is the death stage. So I'm going to inform you, looking at these stages, how flowers exhibit them, and thus making them human. Next slide. Okay. Let's just take a second to take a look at the image above. Let's observe it carefully. Take your time. So, from what I see, based on my observation, I notice this plant, which eventually turns to flower, starts as a seed. And then from seed, it germinates all the way to growth, and then all the way to actually turn into a flower, in which turn into this flower right here, and then they pollinate. They kind of in their own way reproduce. So there is something that is missing in here. I don't know if you notice it, but I'm going to come back to this image, which I would like to bring your attention to later on. But so far, that is what I noticed. So going forward, I like to talk about the birth stage, which is, like I said earlier, is the very first stage of human. And thus, flower as well, they exhibit this stage. And the first thing I have to talk about is the seed. Just like in the image we look at, before they turn to this, they start from the seed. And then from the seed, they germinate. And if you look at the quotes, according to an expert, Nicholas Timpin, is an organic and gardening expert from this website. So this website is known for flowers and anything related to gardening and stuff. And he said, every seed contains an embryo or miniature version of the plant ready to sprout and grow when the conditions are right. So they need a good soil to grow. So just like human being, our mom and dad had to, do their thing in the bedroom. So some things have to occur, the soil has to be good in order for, the sperm to kind of catch into I won't get into it. So that this same process happens in flowers as well. And the second part I want to talk about is germination. So this second part, in order for flowers to germinate, they need sunlight. I believe we're all familiar with a process called photosynthesis. We're probably taught in middle school, around high school. So flowers grow using the sunlight through a process called photosynthesis. And also they need water. They need a lot of water in order for them to grow. And just like in human as well, when our mom was pregnant, or some of us who have gone through the birth process, there is a stage called the prenatal. So this stage is a stage where the pregnant woman goes to the doctor, to check on the baby. That at this stage they propose different kind of fruit. They encourage them to eat vegetables of all kind, and so on and so forth. And then after they give birth, then there is another process called the postnatal, which is whereby they propose that the mother must kind of feed the children for several weeks, feeding them with breast milk, so that the kid can, grow up and have a lot of energy. And look at us. I believe our mom, spend our time, feeding us those fresh milk to make sure we are, strong, and look how we all look good. So with that said, I like to move to my next point, which is the growth process. Yes, this is my favorite part of the process. I believe if we're all familiar with this chart, the Maslow need of hierarchy. That was the first thing we talked about. And when we talk about this chart, we talked about how humans communicate. And these are some of the needs in which we all communicate in several ways or the other. Can you believe that plants also communicate using these charts? Flowers are humans, right? If flowers can communicate through this hierarchy, through the basics means by which we communicate, so why are they not human? So you will notice I put germination here as well. And my reason for putting it there is because plants need a lot of water and sunlight. So in this case, they will continue to depend on the sunlight and waters and stuff. Why in human, this is the stage whereby we're all living with our parents. We have to depend on them for clothing. We have to depend on them for sleeping, where we sleep, where we eat. We need hair, a good hair to breathe. So you will notice from breast milk, from breastfeeding, now we grew up to, eating solid food and then depending on our parent. And the next stage I like to talk about is reproduction in plants. You will notice, let's go back to the previous image. You will notice prior reproduction is taking place. So this bee takes pollen from a flower and then take it to the other. So that is how plants reproduce. In our case, we get to this stage. This stage. So this is the stage where, actually, pardon me, I did make a mistake in here. I just want you to understand that flowers exhibit the same process as human, because they go through this same process. So because of my time, I like to move on to the next stage. So death is the last stage of human life cycle, and flowers also die. flower dies, just like human dies. And these are some of the causes of why wildflowers dies. So bad weather. When there is bad weather, there is heavy wind. This is enough to to rip the flowers apart, and then poof, they are dead. And in human, according to CDC, these are the top 3 reason as to why human dies. We have heart diseases, cancer, COVID. Even take your eyes off this presentation for a moment. Look at what is going on in Florida.
Joseph Time.
Okay.